Hey everybody. So just yesterday I talked about the Erik Karlsson and Mike Hoffman situation in Ottawa, and I said that, obviously Ottawa had to do something about this. They needed to, trade at least one of the players and, do something to resolve this situation. Well, not even a full day later, and here we are. Mike Hoffman has been traded twice today. Um, so the first trade, Ottawa traded Hoffman to San Jose, along with some defenseman I've never heard of in a draft pick in exchange for Mikhail Bodker, some defenseman I've never heard of, and a draft pick. And then almost immediately, San Jose flipped Hoffman to Florida for basically a bunch of draft picks. So interesting day for Mike Hoffman for sure, but he is now a Florida Panther after briefly being a San Jose Shark, and he is no longer in Ottawa, which was the big goal for Ottawa to get him out of there. Um, Now, what they got back? They got Michael Bodker back. He's the main piece that they got in exchange for Hoffman. That obviously doesn't make the Senators that much better. The Senators are in full rebuild mode now. Bodker's just a body. Bodker hasn't been good in a number of years. He's older than Hoffman, not nearly as good. It was certainly wasn't a trade to make the team better. It was a trade to get Hoffman the hell out of Ottawa, and they accomplished that. Um, Now, the interesting part was Hoffman going to Florida for a bunch of draft picks. Um, I've heard, this is what I've read, is that Florida was always in on Hoffman, but Ottawa didn't want to trade Hoffman to a division rival, or at least the price was higher if he went to a division rival. So basically, what Dale Talon did in Florida is go to San Jose and set up the deal with San Jose before Hoffman even got there. And then Doug Wilson traded for Hoffman, knowing exactly that he was going to flip him immediately to Florida and get those picks in return. So basically, Florida and San Jose made a deal for Mike Hoffman when Mike Hoffman was still on the Ottawa Senators and completely disregarded, kept Ottawa out of the loop and wanted, them not knowing what was going on. So very sneaky GM job there by the Florida Panthers and very smart GM job there because Mike Hoffman makes the Florida Panthers even better. He's a very solid goal scorer. He's not old yet, not even close. He's going to be a decent player for years to come. And he doesn't have to play a major role in Florida. They already have some very, very good forwards there. So he's just going to come in, slide in on the second or third line, and hopefully score 25 plus goals next year for the Panthers. And Florida is a team that almost made the playoffs this year and is certainly expecting to make the playoffs next year. They're going to be a team to watch in the East for next year and going forward, and this only makes them better. For San Jose, it gets them a bunch of draft picks, so that certainly helps them out. Maybe not immediately, but they're already a good team. They're not a team that needed to bring in immediate help right now. They're a team that wants to stay at the level that they're playing at, and draft picks can help them in the future down the road. And for Ottawa, they just wanted to get Hoffman the hell out of there, and that's what they did. They did not get a ton in return for him, but he's gone now. Now, Hoffman's out of Ottawa. That does not mean at all that Erik Karlsson is staying a Senator. Actually, it's pretty much expected at this point that he will be traded and he will not be an Ottawa Senator next year. So both guys involved in this drama will probably not be on the team next year. Vegas right now still seems like the front runner for Erik Karlsson as they were at the trade deadline. I would not be surprised to see a deal get done either before the draft on Friday or at the draft on Friday. I certainly expect that there would be a lot of first-round picks involved if Erik Karlsson is going to get traded. So, yeah, it certainly could happen very, very soon. But I fully expect Erik Karlsson still to be traded, even though Mike Hoffman's gone out of Ottawa. They don't have to be teammates anymore. And after all the crap that went down between the two families, they obviously didn't want to be teammates anymore. And they'll probably never speak to each other ever again, most likely. But, I still fully expect Karlsson to get traded. And Ottawa is probably going to move any other older player that has value, as they are now in complete rebuild mode. Hoffman's gone. I mean, you would think that they wouldn't want to trade Mark Stone at this point, but I wouldn't rule anything out. We know that Zach Smith is on the trade block, and they're trying to move him. Really a bottom six forward, but a solid bottom six forward who's had a lot of years in this league, a solid veteran, and he's a guy that you can bring in as your fourth line center, and that is a really, really big improvement to your bottom six in depth. Karlsson is expected to move pretty much anybody with any sort of value that is over the age of like 27-ish. I would say is certainly viable to be moved by Ottawa at this point. They want picks and they want prospects, and they I think at this point know that they're not going to be good next year or pretty much at all in the near future. So it's full rebuild time in Ottawa, and this was just a part of it. I expect many more moves for them. But Hoffman is gone and traded twice in the same day, so certainly interesting and very, interesting that it happened, so quickly. And I just did the video yesterday on the Karlsson and Hoffman thing, and now he's already gone. And Karlsson should be next. So like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. Keep spreading the word about this channel, keep it growing. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation and the trades down in the comments below. The offseason is off to quite the start. You had the Domi Galchenyuk trade, and now you have Hoffman, and Karlsson could be next. So the offseason is off to a very, very hot start in the NHL. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.